So I guess along those lines, how did you end up coming to work for these bands? How did that look at the beginning?
It all happened because I was working at a restaurant bar. It was called Sharky's Brewery here in Omaha, and it's now where it's in that fitness place on 77th and Cass or whatever. They demoed the building, but I had grown up with the 311 boys, and me and Tim, the guitar player at 311, we're like best friends to this day still, but we have known each other since we were 4.
Okay.
And they had just gotten signed, had gone out to California. They got signed, and then they were coming back to showcase in Omaha. Well, on their way here, their gear, their RV blew up, and they lost all their gear. Whoa. And like Nick lost all of his hair, even like it burned his hair off.
Jeez.
So I got a call from Tim Mahoney at my house, and he's like, "Hey man, we're gonna be." I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna be in Omaha in a couple of days for the showcase." And I said, "Yeah, I'm actually stage managing this thing." I had never stage managed before, but the owner of the restaurant brewery knew nothing about music, and he's holding this Shark Fest. So he's like, "Can you get bands on and off on time?" I'm like, "Sure." So Tim calls me up and says, "We have no gear." And obviously, at the time, Chad, the drummer of 311's mom, worked at Jovo to Drum City, so he was fine as far as drums go, but I got the rest of them. So I called every friend I knew and said, "Can I borrow your amp? Can I borrow your amp? Can I borrow your bass rig? I need to borrow a turntable from you because this guy wants to wiggy on it, And so they came, played the show, everything went great, and literally the next morning at 6 a.m., it was around 6 a.m., Nick Hexum of 311 calls me, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm sleeping. I just saw you like 4 hours ago. I'm sleeping." And he's like, "Hey, man," and this is like a Monday now, and he's like, "We leave on Wednesday for this first tour ever that with our first tour ever in the U.S. or whatever, and do you want to go with us?" And I was like, And I was going to go to culinary school in September in Chicago. I was like, "Yeah, like how long?" And he's like, "Yeah, and this was like in mid-May, I think it was when it was. And he's like, "Yeah, we're, till the end of August pretty much." And I was like, "Yep, I'm in."
Yeah.
Packed my bag and never made it to culinary school.